Oh, I don't like that. There we go. What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the Pull Up Experience. We have another great edition for y'all tonight. Episode 273. And it's going to be amazing. You know why? Because we have two Cleveland's finest. We have Miss Joi Tate and my man Canon Shooter. Come on, y'all. Clap at what's high. And y'all already know here at the Pull Up Experience, we want to hear about their journey, how they got started, and just everyone knows that glory, but they don't know that story. We don't get into it.
Some of that.
Yes, ma'am. So listen, and then y'all already know we got. No, first of
we
all,
can't skip over
no.
this
So my bad. We got to do a proper. We got
Please.
Steve.
Woo!
Steve from behind the camera,
That's
in
right.
front of the camera, doing his thing.
That's
my
awesome.
brother. Yes, you know, it's a special dish. We got Steve from behind the camera. And then we have Miss Brittany with us tonight.
Hey, yo.
We got Michelle Louise over there. And then we got Bree behind the camera tonight.
Breezy.
Yes.
Thank you, Bree.
So yeah, we are in for a good one tonight, y'all. Yes. So y'all already know we like to start at the very beginning. So you know what I'm saying, we got the two of y'all. I want to hear from y'all where it all began. Cleveland born and raised, both of y'all?
Yes.
So y'all had to represent a hood. What hood y'all represent?
Superior.
Superior.
HVD up the way in the building.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Okay. So all right, so let me ask y'all this. So I want to direct this one to Canon because one being around all these creatives, right? I know sometimes it's natural, sometimes it's talent. Was shooting always a talent you always had, or was it something that you developed over time?
So with photography, I've always had the passion to do photography. I started out with an iPhone, and then I said, you know what, these pictures just ain't good enough. So I went ahead and bought a camera. So I went to Best Buy and bought me a Canon T6 Rebel. I think I spent about $300. And I was just taking pictures in the neighborhood, taking pictures of abandoned buildings and the Cleveland sign and Edgewater. And then somebody called me and said, hey, can you shoot a baby shower? I'm like, I don't know how to shoot. I need to learn. But I didn't tell them that.
Right.
I said, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I got you. No matter. I got you. What you want? But in between time, I said, you know, I really need to learn how to shoot. So I got with some family. I said, hey, can you come over for a shoot? I bought these cheap lights from Dod Camera right on 40th and Carnegie. And I said, come over and do a test shot. Man, you always want to shoot with that camera, man. Man, come on over and do a shoot. So I had some people come over to the house, we did some photo shoots, and I started learning how to make it look more professional. And once I got to a point where I was comfortable saying yes. And when people would call and say, hey, can you come over?
Come on now. I love how you said, hey, I said yes. I might not have known it in that moment, but I learned as I did it. And I think enough people take the time out to just, one, be adventurous, not be adventurous, but like, take it better in yourself.
You got to.
And so I had a conversation with Joi off camera or whatnot. Not even off camera, online or whatnot. Yeah. So let's talk about your beginning, man. Your beginning is a lot different from most people's and whatnot.
Well, I started just singing, just in the neighborhood with my friends, and this was back when landlines were, around 80s and 90s. So, people would just call me up and have other people on three-way and say, hey, she can sing for my friends, So my mom heard me one day singing over the phone, and she was like, I didn't know you could sing. So then we started pursuing high schools. So then I wanted to go to Cleveland School of the Arts. So I auditioned, I got in, and that was like the beginning of the rest of my life. It like changed my life, Cleveland School of the Arts. Yes. I met a lot of great friends that I still keep in touch with, 20, 30-year friendships. I was in a singing group called Too Spoiled. We had billboards all over Cleveland. Sherry Dennis, she had went on and had a deal with Bad Boy, Puffy, a distribution deal. Her and I were the lead singers. We went on BET and things of that nature. I was 14. It was 4 other girls, and that's kind of where it began with music.
Come on, let me hit that one time. Because I remember that run with Sherry Davis. Shout out to her and whatnot. And we don't talk about other men and whatnot.
Yeah, you might not want to. I had to have you sing us a couple of vocals before we get off camera. You know, I'll give you time to think of a song.
Oh boy, yeah. I'll just show you my YouTube.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm out of practice.
Okay.
I do vocal lessons though. I do vocal lessons. So.
Oh, nice.
And then you so we're gonna get into that because you're multi-talented. Because then not only do you do that, you act. You've done in front of the camera and behind the camera.
Yes.
And we're gonna get into that or whatnot. Because like you have lived life.
Yes. In this short little life. Yes. Yes,
ma'am. So I wanted to this question to both of y'all because I want to know how y'all got together. Because so shout out to y'all because what we have let's talk about it. Mm-hmm. And I seen the two. I'm like, okay, okay. I knew y'all worked together. Y'all know each other, and whatnot.
Yeah.
So how did y'all get together and whatnot?
Well, I reached out to Canon. It was during the Legends Awards.
Okay.
Right, and I said, hey, I want to connect with you, and he was very gracious. He was very nice, and he was like, yeah, all right, well, come and meet me here. And he allowed me to tag along with him during the Legends Awards. Mm-hmm. And at that same moment, I saw the gentleman that was doing the interviews with Cleveland Topic at mm-hmm. the time. And come to find out, he went to school arts with me. Oh, wow. So I said, hey, Jason, that's you? Like, we grew up together. So everything kind of all happened simultaneously. So I saw that was Jason doing the interviews for Cleveland Topic. He was the videographer for Cleveland Topic. And I said, and alongside all of that, I was Instagramming, messaging Rob. That's the gentleman behind the Cleveland Topic page. All at the same time. 97,000 viewers, you guys. Like, amazing. All organic. So all of that happened at one time. So Rob messaged me and said, hey, we got to have a talk right now. Because he was trying to put it off and, hold off like, okay, in due time. But all of that happened simultaneously. And he was like, yeah, no, I need to bring you on in right now. So, and that's how our journey together began.
That's dope. And like, I promise you, I'm looking, I'm like, can be everywhere, man.
Yeah.
Like, literally, I'm like, okay, I see. So how do you know which events to do? How do you know how to capture the great shot? Because like I said, I see you everywhere, brother.
By going to the wrong events.
Wait, time out. I gotta hit this one time. You said at the wrong events?
Yeah, going to the wrong events. So over the past, I'm gonna say maybe year to 18 months, I spent a lot of time just networking and getting to know different people in different organizations, and I learned which events are real events and which ones are just something to make some money real quick. So I want to be a part of real events. So I've been able to do a process of elimination and say, you know what, I've worked with these individuals before. This is not really where I want my brand represented. So I really just built up a common knowledge of the industry locally as well as outside of Cleveland, and I pick and choose which ones are those reputable businesses.
Because I'm about to say, Cleveland, we have a lot of events here.
Yes, we do. I mean, I can't keep up.
It's one tonight. Right down the street, Taco Tuesday. Told me to pull up. Talking about come pull up. I'm hosting Taco Tuesday. I don't even like tacos on Tuesday. I like tacos on the weekend.
Okay.
That's true.
So with that being said, because like, and then Joi also, because like, your accolades is you doing your thing or whatnot. How do you choose the right people to work with? Because from Cleveland Topic to so many other people, how do you know not the right people, but the people that you're supposed to work with? Let's say like that.
It's a process of elimination, right? When you are connecting and networking, you work with a lot of the wrong people, kind of like what Canon said. Until the universe aligns you with the right people, then you know that it's going to last through time, you know. So you touch and go with people, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I know not to do that again, or not, I know not to connect with them again. Until you connect with the right people, then it's just going to be inevitable. You know what I'm saying? It's you know, then they're going to call you up and say, hey, so we're going to do our next one and our next one. So it just happens. It just aligns.
No, that's good.
So going back to Canon a little earlier when you were speaking on your brand and just making the right, I guess this can go for both of you guys actually. Your brand, your reputation. So where do you guys feel like was that pivotal moment where it's like, okay, it can't just be about money at this point. I need to start looking out for me and just being more selective of what I'm doing. So when did that shift, I guess, happen for you guys in your careers?
When I started seeing other creatives get undervalued, you know, being on production teams, I'm hearing the behind the scenes conversations. They say, hey, you know what, let's just call this guy, you know what, probably do it just to come. I'm like, okay, well, this is what it's about. And then I'm saying, you know what, as long as you continue to do that, that's all you're going to do, because you're going to continue to chase just wanting to be there.
Wow.
So just basically just being in the wrong places, but being in the right places.
Okay, all right. Let's switch up on that. And Joi, how about yourself? You know, what's been, like I said, that pivotal moment where you're just like, okay, yeah, it can't just be about the dollars. It's got to make sense.
When I get to a point in my life and in myself to say, regardless, I know the money is going to come because this is what I love to do. I've watched behind the scenes and several interviews of celebrities, and I can recant a episode of Drink Champs with Remy Ma, and she was just like, you have to love what you do, whether you get paid to do it or not. Because if this is what you love to do, then the money is going to come. You don't have to force it. It's a power thing, not a force thing. So you're going to get that dollar. Just keep at it. Those 10,000 hours, they going to come.
All right. All right now.
Free game.
Yeah. Listen,
that's good.
So what's been the most rewarding for each of you in regards to what you're doing when it comes to shooting, when it comes to everything that you're doing, Queen? What do you guys feel is the most fulfilling and enjoyable moments in what you're doing?
Helping people.
Okay.
I love, like Joi said, I love what I do.
Yeah.
It's not always about the money. I like to see other photographers win. I like to say, okay, well, I can't do this job, but I know a guy that can. Hey, can you come and shoot this event in Akron? How much does it pay? X amount of dollars. That brings me more happiness than saying, okay, I went out and shot a little bit, I'm gonna edit some photos. So it's kind of like taking my brand and branching it out and making it grow through other people.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
So now I can still have my brand in places and I don't necessarily have to be there.
Ooh, all right now.
So that's just like, you know, take this glass. I don't want to raise it, but take the glass and we overflow it with whatever water, and it's like of abundance.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's another conversation, but I know we probably get there too.
Okay.
Wait, talking about, because like I thought photography, I ain't gonna lie to you, I thought photography was competitive and whatnot. Is it not competitive, or is it because you make it so it's not competitive around those you work with?
It's competitive, but you know, with any business, you got levels of it. You have your base clients, you have your intermediate clients, you have your top tier clients. It's all about where you pitch yourself at. If I continue to chase the $50, the $75, I'll never get to the $200. So I'd rather make $200 5 times than make 1,000 one time. You know what I mean? I wanted that repetition, that you know, keep it coming back. So it's just putting yourself in those places where it's going to benefit you.
That's good. That's good.
So my love is the collaboration, the network of people. I'm a networker. I'm an extrovert. I've always been. I just love the connection with people, the creative. aspect of things, and I believe there's power in numbers.
Mm.
So, a lot of people, want to say Cleveland is not about that, but I want to be the change that I want to see. So I'm definitely gonna, spearhead this with you all and change the narrative because it's time.
Yeah.
Come on now, I love it. I keep telling, I keep saying it, but I say it jokingly, but I'm serious. I feel like we're disruptors.
Yeah.
For so long, it was. I'll never forget when we started the podcast 4 years ago. Now, I don't know how many years. Almost 4 years. Back then, it was only so many names entrepreneurs. Only few names: Larice, this person, and whatnot. Now, y'all are episode 273.
Wow, that's amazing.
You know what I'm saying? And this goes to show the power of giving people the spotlight who didn't have it any other way. I like that we doing it now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now it's popular. But hey, shout out to them.
But you had to get to that point.
Come
you
on
had to do it when it wasn't popular.
Come on now.
To whereas it got popular. So guess what? That means don't stop. It's underdog season.
Underdog season. I like that. Type so.
Type
episode. Okay.
Let's go.
So let me ask y'all this, because you especially, you have been in front of the camera and you've been in the back of the camera. You've been behind the camera.
Yes.
With the film industry in Cleveland, we know Cleveland's new Hollywood.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Let's talk about that because a lot of people don't know we up.
Yes, yes, we are.
Let's talk about y'all experience in that industry.
So I saw a post on Instagram. Shout out to Deuce Ellis, Deuce_Ellis. He had auditions for a movie, and at the time I was a publicist. I was a publicist for a young lady named CJ Starr. She's a actress, comedian, singer, a philanthropist, all of the above. So I told her about it. I said, hey, we're going to go to this audition. So she was like, all right. This was her first movie. This was, I've done videos and things of that nature, but my first movie. So I auditioned, she auditioned, we both got a role. So as we're moving through, practices, through connecting with the cast, and Deuce saw, how I moved. He was like, I want you to be my assistant. I said, oh, okay. So I became his assistant. So he would call on me, Joy, I need X, Y, and Z. And I'll be like, all right. And I will make it happen. So, he's told me, like, I wouldn't have been able to do this without you. Like, you're so solid. And, and I was like, well, hey, I should be a producer then. So it was a pregnant pause. It was like, okay. He was like, okay, well, yeah, I guess you put in a lot of sweat equity. Yeah, you can be an associate producer. I don't got the money for executive producer. So he was like, yeah, associate producer. Yeah, you're a hard worker. So, So
I'm sorry, Brittany don't know what associate producer. You gotta explain that one time. What does it mean to be an associate producer?
So associate producer is a person that's more of the administrative side of the film. Okay. So we'll get the cast together. We'll, find the scenes. I'll, find cast members. So any administrative side of filming.
That was you.
That was me.
I got you.
So I did the grunt work, the footwork a lot of times. So, but it was all for the love of it. Because for one, I never experienced it, but I'm a hustler anyway. I'm a hard worker. I boost to the ground. That's me. Don't let the smile fool you. I gets it in, So I was glad to do it. And we finished with our first film. And we're casting for our second one in March.
Okay. Now, I've always had a dream of playing a crackhead.
Okay.
If they have a crackhead part, let me know. Y'all shake y'all head.
You got it.
No, I listen because I say that, but I'm serious because I want to be like, was that Brandon in that movie?
Right.
That one thing twice.
Right.
I want to have my Chris Rock Pookie scene.
Okay.
Say it again.
I'm serious. All right, listen, y'all.
I got a question about that. Now, do you want to be the functional crackhead that works down at the Board of Elections, or do you want to be that crackhead that's gonna go get that camera for me? For that 50.
Okay, for that high 50.
I want the snot in my nose
So you gonna be a runner.
Dirt in my
You gonna
fingernail.
be a runner then.
All
Yes.
the
Go
way.
grab me a pack of Newports from the store. Grab me 2
That,
Air
yep,
Okay.
yep. Like, damn, that Brandon? Like, that. I really want people to double take it. And then when they see the credit, they see, oh, that was Brandon running. That's what I want.
Almost like Ezel for Friday.
Exactly.
Right, definitely give her
Facts.
that.
So just want to put it out there. I'm sorry.
Cheeseburgers. Don't forget the cheese.
Che-
Yeah.
right. No, you're not. Yeah, no. Pause. Not that one. Oh, my bad. So with that being said, and then Kenny, you have some credits to your name also, brother.
All right, so I'm trying to remember the question. So, how did we get into film?
Yes, and then, yes, because Cleveland knew Hollywood. I'm claiming it.
So I started out doing fashion shows, videography of fashion shows, and I have a unique style of editing the videos, and that's caught a lot of people's attention. So it has caused me to travel with my work, and we went and worked with Mimi Foss, celebrity model out of Atlanta for a show. We posted a video that went, to me it went viral. So it was probably just a regular one, but we did a fashion show in Detroit. She was a celebrity model, and from that point, Deshaun Franklin from Indie Fashion, shout out Deshaun, going
Come on now.
South Africa 2026.
Come on now.
I did a lot of work with him, and being in that network, people just been calling me, and I've been working locally nonstop, and now I'm getting into film. Once I met Joi, we started shadowing her on set, and I began to see the talent here. And I said, you know what? I can do this. I want to do this. I want to film. I want to be in a movie.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let me rewind a little bit. I was in a movie before.
Okay.
Come on now.
Okay.
I was in a movie called Roofie. It should be dropping soon. It's about human trafficking. It was actually both of them.
Yes.
It was filmed primarily in Warren, Ohio, Youngstown area. But we
Shout
did
out to
Hamilton County, Mahoney County. And we shot a lot of it in Cleveland. And I played the right-hand man to the big ring drug dealer, human trafficker. So that was an experience, and that ignited a new fire up under me to do something different. So I just started getting into more film networks, and it's just been something we've been tapping into lately.
So, with that being said, do y'all see the growth for film industry here in Cleveland? With that being said, because so you've seen the talent, you see the need. You know what I'm saying? Are y'all seeing the fire that everyone's saying? Because I know one of the things I know for sure that our taxes are lower than anyone else.
Absolutely.
People can film here a lot cheaper than they can in New York or something like
There's
that.
so many tax breaks here. The Greater Cleveland Film Commission, I went to a couple of their events, and just based on their expertise, they get the notifications of the celebrity films that are going to be filmed here. So they have a class and they have workshops for people here in the city that want to be production assistants, that want to be on those major movie sets. They have classes, they have free events. I actually went to one. As production assistant, we took a test. I bombed on the test. It was horrible.
There's a test?
Yeah, we had to take a test to be considered for the major films that are coming here. But the question, you had to answer the question in like 5 seconds. It was crazy. It was like 30 questions. But they're going to have it again.
Okay.
So it's like if you keep coming, like you're going to get better. But the tax breaks are amazing. So just like you said, this is the new Hollywood. So they're coming. I know there's a movie, Eeny Meeny, that's going to be filmed here. I'm getting notifications and emails about it for extras for that, paid extra gigs. So Greater Cleveland Film Commission, tap into them. Like they got all whatever the major films that are coming here, they have it.
I could definitely testify to that because Superman was shot here.
Yes, absolutely.
I was fortunate to work on that set as a PA, so
Awesome.
it was hectic downtown. You know how that is.
Yeah.
So, it's definitely a flourishing, thriving, and beautiful, rich city. So definitely shoot your movie in Cleveland.
Come on now.
And talk to us.
All right.
Absolutely.
I love Steve plugging us in. And we get all 4 seasons here in one day. So that.
Awesome.
So I got a question for y'all. with y'all being creators in the city, and like I said, y'all see collaboration effort. Not only y'all see effort, y'all are collaborative. What made y'all? Because unfortunately, Cleveland has a stigma not being collaborative. Like,
Yes.
we're gonna get into that later or whatnot.
Yes.
What made y'all become collaborative in a place where unfortunately collaboration isn't well known?
Everybody got a gift. So when you're in a position to give a gift and receive a gift, that's what a collaboration is. A collaboration is what can we do together to make it work? What can we do together to get to the goal? I want to make $5,000. You want to make $5,000. How can we both make $3,000?
Mm-hmm.
And then we can get to 12.
Mm-hmm.
So seeing beyond the first initial step of, no, I'm not going to cut him out because I want her to hire me. You know what? I'm going to get him hired because he may have a better personality than me. You know what? He may shoot better than me. But guess what? We both have that gift and we can take it on.
That's good.
And you in, I'm in. If I'm in, you in.
I believe this whole crab in the barrel mindset was indoctrinated, right? You know, this is a Midwest place. You know, back in the day, you know, Midwest, it was industrial. It was, you know, Detroit, the Motor City, you know, car factories, you know, that's all people knew, you know, and I just want everyone to know, like, this ain't that no more. Like, we are innovative. There are so many positive things that are happening in the city, and all we have to do is be open-minded, and we could be right in the middle of that. You know what I'm saying? Just undoctrinate yourself from the old way of thinking, because old ways don't open up new doors. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
So let's go.
Episode. Oh, I don't got my 2 titles. We'll come later. That's good though. That's real good.
So what other? I know you guys are very multi-talented. Obviously, from this interview, we're capturing that. But what other maybe things that you guys, different endeavors that you guys want to tackle? I know that you had decided to step your big toe into acting and all that. So what other adventures do you see yourself wanting to, you know, try to do and attempt to do? At least say that, you know, it's a checkbox on the list.
I want to travel more. I want to take my talent on the road. Cleveland will always be home, but I want to get more outside the city and make more connections and just basically repeat what I did and then times it by 3.
That's awesome. So I got my undergrad degree from Morgan State.
Wait, time out, Joy. Time out. You mean, when did you find time to do that?
Don't
So
stop.
I know. So I graduated at 17 from School of Arts, and I went straight to college. I went to Morgan State, moved to Baltimore. I went with about 7 or 8 of my high school friends. We were music majors. So we traveled all over from Prague. Went over to Prague for like a month twice. That's over there by Czech Republic.
Come on, seconds. You know what I'm saying? I was playing.
So we traveled, you know, in state, several places, and I think my ultimate goal would be to bring more celebrities here, bring more of the higher end A-list people here. But I want to be the person to bring it with my collective team and, you know, have them do more things here and, you know, just shine a bigger light on what we got going on here and, you know, do events, do trainings, do mentorships, do concerts. You know, everybody, you know, wants to put on a concert, you know, but, you know, do more collaborative things here to where it'll, you know, shine light on, you know, the up and coming, you know, creatives here in the city, the younger people. So
that's good stuff right there. So let me ask y'all this: with y'all both being creatives, how y'all stay creative? Like, what inspires y'all in the moments where you don't feel creative?
We have those moments. I have them recently. But you just got to keep doing it. And when you look at the end result of when you had that moment, when you didn't feel like it, and you see the benefit of what you did come out, that's the inspiration to keep going. And as you do that, you continue to build up those moments that's going to push you when you have those moments. So it's basically just reinforcing and just keep going.
From the reps in.
I mean, because I was here for your prior podcast when you interviewed Tight Shirt. I love that name, Tight Shirt Terry.
Shout out Tight Shirt Terry.
Yeah, he was amazing. You know, I mean, when you got those young eyes, I have 2 children, Rain and Noah.
Shout out to them.
Thank you. They're, you know, our children are very impressionable, and if we show signs of weakness, if we stop, you know, that makes them look at, you know, well, who do we have to look up to? Who can we depend on? If we stop, I don't want to give them an inclination to know that, hey, do I, you know, have to take that time to stop? No, we all have to learn how to fail faster. It's a book. It's a book called Fail Faster. We're not saying don't fail. We all have trials and tribulations, but don't dwell on it.
Yeah.
You know, don't dwell on it. Just learn how to move through it and keep it moving and let those young eyes, those impressionable eyes that's watching you know that, hey, it ain't no option. You just got to keep it moving and just fail forward.
I like that.
So is there like particular music or like meditation, candles to get you in your creative zone?
Yes, I love candles, incense. My I guess my downtime or my what do you call it? Your you time, so I love the whole fact of getting ready, right? Regardless of, you know, just, you know, taking a shower or a bath and, you know, smelling good, looking good, that whole time before you go to work or do an event. That's like my rejuvenation time.
That's good.
So for me, I believe in setting the mood. So lighting is everything. My surroundings, I like for my area to be neat. I drink Don Julio from time to time.
We have seen.
Have something on the way here.
Okay.
But on a more serious note, really just setting the environment, man. You have to really see yourself in the element. And once you set that, you cloud out all distractions and you just really focus on your craft, because if you don't focus on your craft, it's always going to be something to do. It's always going to be a distraction until you just do it.
So were there any distractions y'all found yourself in a rabbit hole and it's hard to get out?
Well, I had a huge rabbit hole distraction moment. In 2016 to 2018, I went to federal prison. And I, you know, at the time I was working at Horseshoe Casino. I had a master's degree, and, you know, all they could offer me was $12 an hour. I said, wow, you know. So I heard my cousin-in-law, you know, started a tax company and was doing taxes. I was familiar with taxes through other endeavors, and, you know, I called her up, hey, can I come be your data entry person? Can I come work with you? And she said, sure. And then come to find out, I get a call from my mama. She's like, this federal agent left a card here for you. They looking for you. And I said, oh, okay. You know, at that time, I didn't, you know, take heed to it. I'm just like, oh, okay, whatever, you know. So down the line, you know, I got sentenced in 2015, and I had to do some time. You know, everybody was saying, you know, this is your first offense. You're not going to go to jail for that, you know. But when it's something called points. So the crime that I did, fraudulent tax return, fraudulent information used to file taxes, and you know, the tax time is serious for people that don't work. They got about 20 kids, and that's, we call it income tax balling, right?
Yeah.
So, so the people that generally work, a real job, that's their worst time because they generally owe taxes. So they dread that time. But people, with the dependents and, so there's something called a Schedule C. And you create, hey, well, you can be a cosmetologist. Hey, you can be a landscaper. And you create these documents and, you get the $10,000 check for tax time. So, we did that for several people. And, a lot of them got impatient. So they would call the IRS every day.
Oh, no.
Where is my money? Money they haven't earned, right?
So
So they would call to where it's, well, it raised a red flag. And, Cleveland was one of the highest places for audits. And
get out of here.
Yeah, it's a big scam place. So,
Oh.
yeah.
A scam likely over here.
Yeah. So that raised a red flag, and the people that I was connected to, they were already looking at them. So guess what? I got in the mix, and all of that, and then come to find out, my cousin-in-law that owned a tax company, she, because I was going with her, she was like, "Girl, just come with me to my lawyer and this." And then one day she said, she blocked me at her lawyer's door and was like, "I think it's time for you to get your own lawyer." Well, at that moment, that should have raised a red flag to me to say, yeah, go on and get your own lawyer. But in turn, I talked to someone that knew her, and they said, "Oh, she never spoke good about you." So I found out that she actually told on me. And I didn't say a word. So I said, "Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, I'm spilling the beans today." I'm spilling the beans today. So, yeah, I found out she told on me. And I got 32 months. She got about 38 months. We were both at Alderson Federal Prison Camp, famous Camp Cupcake, where Martha Stewart was. And I was in there with Bernie Madoff's secretaries. Bernie Madoff created the biggest Ponzi scheme ever, and his secretaries were there. And, had to do some time.
Wow. So how did you recover from that? Because something like that would set somebody back, not just in a mental status where you just feel defeated, where you just feel like the world is crashing down on you. So for somebody watching, maybe can't relate exactly to that, but just being at a down place, how do you pick yourself back up from there?
At that moment, I felt that was the lowest of the low, right? And I then got into what's called RDAP. It's a cognitive thinking program there. So during my crime, I had to say I did drugs in order to get in the RDAP program because the RDAP program got you a year off. So yes, I did drugs. Yeah. So I got into the RDAP program. It taught me, to just think differently, to think, without trying to cut corners in a sense. So I got around, positive people and just turned that around. And actually, I think that was my most enlightening moment.
Oh, wow.
As it, now that it's over, of course, like that first week, I was like, oh my God, my kids were 3 and 5 at the time. And I just thought my life was over. But in actuality, it made me the strongest person because I got through it.
That's awesome. And a question for both of you guys: who would you guys say has been like your biggest support system through everything that you've been through career-wise?
I would have to say my wife, Coco Weapon from Detroit.
Come on now. I was about to say, we got to talk about Coco, man.
And, she's hard on me, but it's in a good way. Because a lot of times, it's not easy trying to manage, trying to be a father, trying to be a husband, trying to be a son, trying to be a content creator, trying to run all of these things, raise a dog, feed a cat, and kind of stay ahead of it. So it's been a lot of times where she's really pushed me beyond my limits. And that's helped me to see, like, wow, as big as I am and how little she is, she's got the strength to not only physically deal with what goes on in his lifestyle, but actually mentally be able to deal with the good and the bad, because it ain't always good.
Come on,
Okay.
man.
It ain't always good.
Okay.
How do you balance it all?
I love what I do,
Okay.
so I prioritize my workflow management is always being checked. Like I always reevaluate, hey, how is this going? How is this going? What can go better? What can we do to make these things eliminate 5 steps and make it just 4 steps? So really just using division to make it add up.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Yeah.
Almost like chess.
Use the vision
Right.
to make it all add up.
Make it
Right.
add up. And how about you? I guess to answer both questions, your biggest support system and how do you balance it all?
My mom is a huge support system. When I went away, she took custody of my children. They were 3 and 5. She's a huge supporter.
Shout out to Mom.
We didn't always see eye to eye, you know. But at the end of the day, that's, you know, whether she was mad at me or not, I definitely could call on her. She's a loyal person, and she's gonna give it straight, no chaser. You know, and you know, I admire that, and I appreciate it. You know, I don't want nobody around me that's just gonna, you know, tell me what I want to hear. You know, that's definitely not. Not helping me at all.
Shout out to y'all, because y'all definitely know
So at the time that I went away, I had a fiance. He and I owned 2 Metro PCS stores at the time in like 2014. He was a huge support at the time. Shout out to Big Dan. You know, he supported me, and he had got into a bad car accident at the time. Actually, had to learn how to walk again. Almost killed himself, but he made sure. And he and I, we didn't have kids together, but he looked out for my kids, looked out for my mom, and they, you know, my kids appreciated it, my mom appreciated it. I never missed a commissary day in prison, and you know, so shout out to him. You know, at that time he was definitely, he had lived experiences. He had 13 numbers, and you know, he was there, and I showed him how to build a successful franchise, and we worked together during that time. So I appreciate him, my mom.
That's good.
Awesome.
By the way, I'm gonna have you and Coco. So I love seeing creative couples and whatnot, and like how y'all balance the fact we don't worry, Coco, we gonna have you on next and whatnot. But I'm gonna have y'all on because I want to get y'all. I just love seeing creative couples and how they interact with each other. Because she created, you created him. Now, how do y'all balance that out or whatnot? How do y'all balance the fact that y'all both are 2 talented people?
So I have to take time for her as a woman. So I pay attention to what she loves. She loves poetry. She loves hosting her events. So I use my skills to support her. So I'm still working, but I'm not working. So I take what I can do and just move from here to there.
Well, y'all taking notes and whatnot. Because I've seen couples like it's either they're trying to outshine each other, they're trying to outdo each other. They're like, no, it's my turn. It's no, it's my turn and whatnot. And that's dope though. I hope y'all taking notes because I'm taking notes. I'm like, okay, girl, listen, this is what I'm about to do. So let me ask y'all this. With that being said, and I asked Terry the same question. What keeps y'all motivated? Because as we know, I think I already asked the question. I'm sorry. I won't edit that later. I have to ask the question. I'm tripping. I already asked the question. It's been a long day, y'all. My bad. I'm gonna pass it to y'all because I had a brain fart that time. I'll edit that later.
Well, we talked about motivation, but what about a combination of motivation and inspiration? Is there something that y'all go to, either watch, listen, an event that inspires you in state, out of state?
Fashion shows, I'm always amazed by the level of production. It gets better the more you get through the ones that are just shows to make a couple dollars to the actual people that love to do it. So that challenges me in itself because I want to be able to one day get in those rooms. So really just seeing people do great things, no matter who it is.
How do you weave out those shows, like the good shows, the bad shows, and people that's just trying to make money?
Do it start on time? What the flyer look like? Who all gonna be there? Who's hosting? How much the tickets cost? What the VIP tickets include? Is it a red carpet runway? Interviews? Who's the models? Are there any celebrity models? And have you done it before?
If I rob a bank, I'm grabbing Canon.
Okay.
Because Canon watching
That
the
was
name.
right.
You pay attention to all the details.
Okay.
But it's kind of like, with real estate. You go to a realtor because you know that he's good at what he does.
Mhm.
So show me. I don't have a website. I work for Howard Hanna, but I don't really have I don't have nothing. Okay. He may know how to sell houses, but that's not the guy to go to.
Mhm.
Okay, she sells homes, but she has a full portfolio.
Right.
She has real followers. She's not have 10 million followers and 5 likes. She's actually knows what she's talking about. She knows what a EIN number is. So things like that. You ask questions to get the answers you want.
Okay, now.
That might be the title.
Okay. I like it. I can roll with it.
Okay,
Now, do
yeah.
you guys have any mentors that have helped you along the way in both of you guys' realms of the industry?
So, yes. So, my friend Dame Drummer, right? He went to High School. He won a Grammy. I was having a conversation with him, and he was like, "You gotta have a young mentor, and you gotta have an old mentor." I was like, "Oh, that's because the young mentor will keep you in the loop of the nuances that are taking place."
Oh, that's good.
And the older mentor will keep you grounded with the foundational things, right?
Okay.
I was like, "Oh, that's deep. That's good." So I picked out some young mentors. Rob from Cleveland Topic is one of my young mentors. How he just organically grew 97,000 followers is amazing, and it's mind blowing, and it's just like, wow, how did you do that? There's another young mentor, S. Gordon. S. Gordon. I just connected with him, and he's amazing. Serial entrepreneur, streaming company, fleet of car rental company. Amazing gentleman. Those are my young mentors. There's some more. My old mentors. Shout out to Deuce Ellis for him to do this film. And our first run through of the film, we had a videographer at the time. The hard drive crashed, so we lost 60% of the movie, right? So Deuce at that time went and bought all of the equipment, went and learned how to use it. So in 3 months, he learned how to reshoot all of the 60%. So now he's in the editing stage. He's learned how to edit. So the movie is going to come out summer 2025. It was supposed to come out summer 2024, but because of the reshoot. So I mean, I think that is amazing for you not to get defeated because this is his movie. It's about his life. So it's like his baby. He in the movie it's he was conceived through rape. His mom was an alcoholic. When his dad came to visit, and he told his mom that he was going to come, and it was on his birthday. He went. His father went and raped his mom again while he was sitting right there on the couch. So it's crazy. So for him to endure that, he almost died as a child, being in the streets. And he gave his life over to his higher power. So that's inspirational to me. The underdogs. How did you get through the most trying time in your life, and then recreated yourself, rebranded yourself, and still pushing forward bigger and better than you were prior to whatever you fell from? That's inspiration.
So when it comes to mentors, I want to say one of my biggest mentors, I'm going to have two that I'm going to name, is Corey Smirk. Corey's another photographer that I work with, and Corey's going to keep it real. Corey's going to tell you if it's worth doing, if it don't make sense. He's going to tell you everything that you need to know to be successful. And what I like about Corey is it's just that. He's always one way. And that's how I like to do business. I like to know what I'm doing. I like to know what we're not doing. So when it comes to any videography business, shooting a wedding, Corey's the go-to guy because he's just straightforward. Cleveland Topic has also been a very supportive part of this journey as far as being creative and collaborating. We've been into so many situations because of working with people. And those are the relationships that you really value when you can repeatedly work with somebody. So I would have to say those are my two biggest inspirations.
Oh, I have one more. I'm sorry. It's some more, but I know we don't got that kind of time. But Dennis Cash is a huge inspiration over Cleveland. Like he's been in the game for since the 70s. As an artist himself, just like S. Gordon, they both went to Kennedy, and he has an award show in May that he's doing. He got some big name people coming in. He asked me to assist him with it, and it's called the R&B Legends Award Show. It's going to be filmed on Tubi. His prior ones, this is his fifth one. His prior ones are on Tubi and Prime. So it's going to be a whole weekend, a comedy show, a black tie affair, a red carpet. And it's going to be amazing for, basically giving people their flowers while they're still alive. He nominated my singing group a couple years ago for his Legends Awards, and that's on Tubi and Prime when I accepted the award for that. And so it's, I just believe in giving people their props while they can accept it and move forward and elevate throughout time and throughout the industry. So
That's good.
I like that.
So let me ask you this: what advice do you give to a young creative or to a new creative to overcome alcohol they might?
To the cozy mood, shea butter and warm sugar is where it's at. Or maybe you're more in a champagne spritz and roses type mood. Whatever the mood, set it with one of these Febreze Air Mist fragrances today.
Give them if they're starting out.
Don't be afraid to not get it right.
Ooh.
You have to really put yourself out there in whatever niche that you're trying to get into, and that's how you learn. Okay, this worked, this didn't work. But if you don't ever try, you're not going to. So always put yourself out there and don't be afraid.
That's good advice.
And don't let your past be your future. Just because you went through something, we all grow through something. Whether it was public, whether it was private. I believe in authenticity. I believe in transparency. There's a lot of things that I've been through. I have blood cancer. It's called thrombocythemia, and it's a rare form of blood cancer. I developed too many platelets, so I take a blood thinner. It thins my blood, it thins my hair, it lowers my immune system, and I have to wear wigs. My hair is thin because of the blood thinner. I don't do chemo or anything of that nature, but it does make me tired a lot, and I just have to keep pushing through, and I can't let the prison, I can't let my blood cancer, I can't let any of those things slow me down. I have to keep moving, and actually those downfalls kind of push me forward faster, and it makes me go harder.
As you say that, and you spoke on the book, basically, failing. So we call that an L. So as an artist and entrepreneur, what are some biggest lessons that you have learned?
To do more research on people, places, and things.
Oh,
PPTs, what they called it. Just not be so quick to just jump on the latest bandwagon and the latest thing that somebody says, and just know that, hey, just take a couple more minutes to do a little more research, get that Google out, or call some people up. Hey, you know this person? You work with this person before? What's going on with them? So hey, don't be afraid to do your own, research to say, oh, okay, you know what? I'm gonna just go on and pass on this opportunity and go on over here and just, it's nothing personal. Like we ain't gotta argue about it. We don't, you know what I'm saying? Because when you argue with somebody, the people on the outside don't know who the fool is.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I've learned, because I was a hothead growing up. My mama used to always tell me, girl, you'll make somebody for the stuff that you do, like Tia Camp, how she go to hell.
Right.
Oh, I was right there with her.
Oh,
I would go to hell on you and go the lowest of the low. But as I'm 47 now, I'm getting
Look
older.
good.
Thank you. I'm 47. So it's no need for that.
Yeah.
You up here blowing up, raising your blood pressure, and they keeping on moving with a smile on their face and going on and messing with the next person.
Yep.
While you over here looking crazy. So
That's true.
yeah, I'm slowing up on all that.
I know that's right.
Watch yourself, Connie.
Okay.
You can't be everywhere.
Yeah.
Sure.
When you allow yourself to do every event, every show, every commercial, every
I need to hear that.
poetry night,
I've been there.
every open mic,
Oh,
you
yeah.
become devalued. So you want to always continue to maintain your value as an individual, as a brand, and as a person, because people will take advantage of you.
Absolutely.
When you go to a car lot, the first thing you want to know is how many miles on it.
Damn.
I don't care that it got a sunroof.
Yeah.
How many suns has shined on this car? So really do things to appreciate yourself and not depreciate yourself.
Oh,
One more
my
time,
goodness, right. For the people that didn't hear,
Okay.
it acts out the ears.
They dropping gems, y'all. Y'all taking notes or whatnot, cause hey, okay. Now listen, y'all. We talked the past, talked the present, talked the future. What does the future hold for y'all, individually and then together? Cause y'all, I see y'all collaborating in the future together. So let's talk about that.
Ladies first.
Like I said, I made some contacts and Canon. I connected Canon with Troop. Shout out to Troop.
Shout out to Troop.
Troop Nation.
Shout out to
Yes,
Troop.
yes, Midwest Takeoff. He's an amazing young person as well, doing great things.
Alumni, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, he be out all part of the same gang now. Yeah.
Yeah. Connections. So I see some great things with these young gentlemen, Cannon, True, Escorting, Rob, Cleveland Topic, like the sky is the limit. It's endless. And I believe to preserve yourself and watch who you connect with and not depreciate your value. But, at the same time, we got to connect this thing. We got to build a collective something, whether it's a collective event, whether it's something, but it's power in numbers. We got to get it all together,
That's good.
So I would like to work with more people. I was having a conversation with a young lady that's a photographer before we started filming today, and I asked her if she could have anything that she wanted to get her to the next level, what would it be? And her response was what I said to myself before. So I can understand the need to come together as not only creators, artists, but Clevelanders. Like we're here.
Yeah,
I shouldn't have to outsource a videographer from Atlanta.
absolutely.
I got one right there.
Yeah.
Hey,
Come on.
I got one right here. I shouldn't have to outsource my podcast. I got the pull-up experience.
Right. Absolutely.
I shouldn't have to outsource a creative director. I got one sitting right here.
Come on now.
If I'm at a fashion show and need somebody that's going to host red carpet questions, I got a person right here. So everything that we need is right here in our circles. So having those circles of value
Yeah.
and creating more circles of value, that's where I want to be at.
Lucky, they behind the camera talking about some hit the button, y'all. No, that's dope. Okay, all right. So I kind of alluded to this earlier, y'all, but it is what it is. talked about the collaborative piece. Y'all kind of answered it, but I just want to ask y'all, what are y'all doing specifically to help with the collaborative efforts that we can look forward to in the future?
So one of the things that I've done was I took November and December off in a way, off of working so much to kind of like readjust my business model. And what I want to do now is create more educational type content.
Okay.
So the things that I've learned, the struggles, the losses, I want to put that into a format where I can stop this person from making that same mistake. And just basically building a community of support.
That's dope. So can we expect mentorship from you in the future?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Would love to.
That's dope.
So what I see in the future is I want to connect with young people, serial entrepreneurs, everybody, and like funnel them through Cleveland Topic, because he has 97,000 viewers, right? So he created this platform to showcase, Cleveland, the underdogs, and showcase, these people that are doing great things. And he has this platform for us, for the underdogs, for the, the people that, voices might not have been heard. And I want to bring them through that page because there's so many viewers that, hey, we got to showcase, the people that, haven't really been heard before, because it's too much going on. It's too much suicide. It's too much. So I work at Frontline, currently, Frontline Service. And I work with 18 to 24-year-olds that are homeless. And these young people, they're out on the street, living in their cars. I just had to go to Hillcrest Hospital today. It was a young lady that had her third child, 19 years old, and has nowhere to go.
Oh, wow.
Nowhere to go. And the case manager called and said, hey, she can't leave this hospital with this baby. I'm going to have to call Children and Family Services on her. She can't go she don't have no residence, so she can't take this baby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's tough when you are, seeing and talking to these young people every day to try and get them housed. And, to get them housed is a hard, rock in a hard place because they have to be imminently homeless. HUD definition homeless, right? So that means they have to be in some place that is not fit for human habitation or in a shelter. And they don't want to go. These young people don't want to go, so it's tough. So I want to get these young people and get them housed and get them creating again, get them stable to where it's, hey, you don't have to be in crisis mode. It's, get you out of this to where it's, you can live a stable life with your kids and be more than your mistake.
So speaking on collaboration, speaking more so towards the youth, how important are relationships?
Very important. I believe that, sometimes we don't always see growing up the right relationship. We don't always, because children learn what they live. That was a book I read in prison. Children learn what they live. And although, your parents, right, they might not have all the answers and they can tell you the best advice, but you might see something different. So we have to unlearn some things. We have to give ourselves grace. We got to give ourselves grace to where we can give other people grace. You know what I'm saying? So, my self-talk used to be horrible. It used to be horrible. So in order to give someone else grace, I had to lighten up on that. I gave my mother a hard way to go. My father passed when I was 14 years old. He was I was the apple of his eye. I was a daddy's girl. And, growing up, I was spoiled. And, I looked at my mom and I was real, tough on her. But now that I'm a mom and I'm seeing what's going on, You know, I started working at Frontline because I had lived experience. I was homeless last year. You know what I'm saying? I was couch surfing. I got into it with my daughter, and my daughter's therapist called Children and Family Services on me. You know, so I had to leave, and you know, and during that time, that was another downfall in my life. You know, so I had to give myself grace to get out of that. I had to give myself grace so I can give my mom some grace. So it's tough.
Now listen, y'all. I gotta say this has been a great interview because we're being hit with life experience and life advice, but at the same time, great advice to go in our business and in life. So thank y'all once again. With that being said, what are some who y'all like to collaborate in the future? 'Cause y'all are master collaborators, right? Who are some people, places, entities, corporations that y'all like to collaborate in the future with?
Canon USA, the camera company.
I was about to say,
The camera people.
Brittany was like, "Who's Canon Company?"
Canon company.
One more time.
Okay.
Oh yeah. You know,
Okay.
Yeah.
Don Julio,
You for real?
Terramana, Casamigos, any of those.
You gotta see
Okay.
his page, honey. You don't play. You don't play.
Got a little bottle waiting on me right now.
Okay.
As soon as we get to the house.
Right.
Hear that?
Did y'all see that Popeyes and Reposado
Oh
collaboration?
my, we ain't gonna talk about that.
Okay,
What?
yeah. Oh
Is that
yeah,
real?
yeah.
We're not about to talk about the kids. Nobody about to know tequila flavored wing or tequila
Wait,
flavor or
Yeah, I'm
tequila.
dead serious.
Yeah, well,
I put
nobody
it on
about to
my
have
story.
that or chicken flavored tequila. Nobody, no one doing that.
Yeah.
You'll be surprised.
You'll be surprised.
You'll be
Mhm.
surprised. Exactly, because the curiosity gonna kick in.
The
Yeah.
beginning of the end.
Right.
Never thought about putting it together.
Right. So I gotta say, that's all we gotta say. We're not doing that again, y'all.
No way. You
We are doing better in 2025. All right.
You gonna be mad you ain't do it.
Okay.
All right.
What about you, Joy?
So here in the city.
Oh, you gotta be city.
Or,
It
or
could be
anywhere
worldwide.
worldwide. Wow.
In my crazy mind, I believe they all watching.
Yeah. Shoot. The Grammys. You know, production behind the scenes. You know, on the Grammys. I went to Morgan State with some my friend Tiffany. She's actually Beyonce's background singer. I went to Morgan with her. So a lot of my friend Anthony Brown, we went to Morgan together. He has a gospel group called Group Therapy. And
Anthony Brown.
yeah, so a young lady from Cleveland, she went to School of Arts with me, Shirley Daly, I think is her last name now. You know, my friend Angelo Johnson, he was like my best friend at School of Arts. So we kind of spearheaded the pipeline for Cleveland School of the Arts kids to go to Morgan State. So we advised Shirley to go to Morgan. So that's how she met Anthony Brown, and she's in group therapy with Anthony Brown because of our intuitiveness to go, and then we, you know, say, hey, y'all gotta come on down. Come on down. So just the Grammys and any major show like the Golden Globes or big events like that. The Met Gala. Oh my gosh, the Met Gala. I would love to be a fly on the wall there.
Speaking of Met Gala, shameless plug. June 22nd, Pink Black Honors is back. I got the email today, y'all. Talk about the Met Gala, our own personal here, one in Cleveland. Shout out to the Pink Black Honors. I got the email today. Listen, be there. It is y'all gotta
Send me the email.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll send
if
you
you
the
need
email.
some help behind the scenes, let me know.
Put me on the list.
We'll talk, y'all.
Okay.
Because this collaboration is best to what now.
Yeah.
But yes, shameless plug.
That's
June 22nd.
awesome.
All right, got the email today. So
Okay.
yes. Yes.
It's gonna be nice.
Yeah.
It's gonna be nice.
Another big question we like to ask on the podcast: what do the future hold for yourself?
Sky's the limit. I've been down so bad and so hard, and it's like I always say, you can't fall from the bottom. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I'm just stoked with 2025. Like I say, it's the year of the underdogs, and I really believe first quarter has been amazing so far. Shout out to Brandon, his team. Like, I'm so grateful to be here. Canon, share this stage, this platform, and we about to take this by what do they say?
Take the bull by the horns.
Take the bull by the horns, honey. we about to do this, so the sky's the limit.
All right now. I like to say y'all taking the world by storm.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. All right. So when it comes to legacy, because clearly, honey, your legacy is gonna be big. So what would you like the legacy? So two-part question: legacy to be for yourself, individual, and then legacy to be for your businesses and all endeavors.
So when people remember me, I want them to remember teamwork. I want them to remember all money's not good money.
Sure.
I want them to remember that you have to put yourself out there, and you never know until you try. The most famous, influential people, they just took a leap of faith. And having that faith is going to get you in rooms and get you in places that you never would have ever been.
I agree.
I love the fact that Ken, you see me, he methodical with it. He think about it, he like, so don't take time with it.
I want my legacy to be, no matter what, she stood 10 toes down. I'm a firm believer of not being a product of where I come from, what I've been through. But just know that I did it gracefully, I did it wholeheartedly, and I did it with tenacity and pure, the purest of my genuine self, to say, hey, I'm not proud of some of the things that I've done, but guess what? I didn't fold. It's some men out here, honey, that couldn't do a day in prison, but I did a stint. And when them agents came in them rooms banging on them tables, you know what this is, you know who this is, and I like, no, I don't, and no matter what they said or did, I stuck to my guns and I didn't fold. So I think that's the proudest moment that I could have endured was not folding under pressure.
I'm one of those men, by the way. I'm not even gonna play. You ever seen Boondocks? You ever seen an episode of Boondocks? I'm that dude. I can't do it. Nope.
Well, at least we know this.
Yep.
All right.
What about for your businesses?
Businesses, I am rebranding on the business sector. Like I said, I own 2 Metro PCS stores. I'm actually in collaboration with a high-profile gentleman that we are constructing some businesses that I think are gonna shake Cleveland and beyond. So I'm really excited. Getting my certifications and so the entrepreneur side is coming back full force.
All right. World, get ready.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And for the business, I want to be able to serve every client. So to be able to do that, it's certain work that I don't do.
Right.
So when you hire us to come shoot your event or whatever the case is, you don't have to worry about certain things attached to your business. And I don't have to worry about certain things attached to mine. Because portfolio matters a lot. And before I hire somebody, before anybody hires somebody, they go look and see what they do.
Yeah, they do.
It's just creating their reputation and keeping them standing on it.
Okay, then. All right. I'm scared to ask this last question. Y'all been giving it. All right. Go for it. challenge question.
Uh-oh.
Because we come down to the wire, baby. So when it comes to just three each takeaways, what can someone watching, someone listening be able to gather from tonight's episode?
Something said or haven't been said.
I'm sorry, call him the brain because you already know. You know
You go first?
Yes, I do.
So 3 things that a person can take away. You have support. You just gotta look for it. Make yourself available, and don't ever be afraid for it not to go right. Because when it doesn't go right, it's getting there.
Yeah. All right.
But the worst thing you can do is not do nothing at all, because it'll never get right.
That's powerful.
I gotta put it out here. We did not give Kenny's question beforehand, by the way.
Okay.
No cue cards.
No cue card, none of that.
Written on the hands.
Anyone been in the police test, we don't send out questions beforehand. So yeah.
Okay, so what I can say is that I've learned throughout my matriculation is everybody can't go. Okay.
Hold on.
Yes.
I think in Porsche they be like rewind or something.
Because I like matriculation. I'm like, what?
And it's not. Hold on,
Matriculation.
let me get that microphone a little bit closer. Say it one more time. What? Everybody what?
Everybody can't go. I just grew up with this whole, hey, you guys, let's come over here. Let's do this. And, found out later, talk about how my back. I've actually, lived with someone who was couch surfing and come to find out, I was everything but a child of God, that this lady, and I was giving this lady money, all type of stuff. She gave her my food stamp card at the time, used every cent on it, and you know what I'm saying? Just was so giving. And this lady talked about me, my kids, and everything. And somebody else had to tell me, like, girl, get out of there. Leave. I don't care what you got to do. Leave. So just to know that, I don't care how much you might love or like this person. It could be a family member. It could be whoever. It does not matter. Everybody can't go. And that's okay. I have to be okay with that within myself to say, guess what? There has to be somebody that can take my luggage to my jet. You know what I'm saying? There has to be somebody to serve my food. And there has to be somebody to sweep my floors. So guess what? There's a job
luggage
for everybody.
Pullers. You a luggage puller. Oh, I'm about to buy it.
So yeah,
I like that.
And it's okay, because guess what? If you pour so much into someone and you find out that that's the wrong person, that's not a black mark or a shade on you. That's a shade on them. Because once you get on my bad side, honey, you're invisible. You're invisible. We ain't got to argue about it. We ain't got to talk about it. Guess what? I see through you. So just know that I'm the prize.
Come on now. Boom, mic drop.
Can I chime in a little bit?
Yes, sir.
Y'all gotta let go of these toxic relationships.
Absolutely.
Toxic business relationships do exist.
Damn.
You find yourself becoming that person.
Wow.
So when you want to get out of that zone, you really have to detach from that person. It may be hard, it may be difficult, but toxic business relationships do exist.
Wow.
And guess what? That's okay. It's okay. You have these experiences because guess what? There's blessings and lessons. There are no mistakes in life. Guess what? You're going to learn. And sometimes it could be the most expensive lesson, and that will in turn be your most valuable lesson. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to learn. You're going to learn today or tomorrow or next year. But you're going to learn. So just know that's okay.
That's good. I've been dropping these gems like. Let me throw one. Okay.
I'm gonna have to watch this with a notebook.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, I hope y'all.
sayings will
Yeah. I hope y'all have your notebook. So we're gonna do part 2.
Oh, awesome.
We're gonna have to pull up on y'all. You know what I'm saying? The
Yes.
next film y'all got part 2. I don't know what y'all got in the work. We gonna have to pull up on y'all and do part 2 with y'all. All right.
Awesome.
Is there any words of wisdom y'all might have heard or read that sticks with you?
It's so many.
I mean, so many. But, you know, just based off the context of what we're talking about tonight, dead weight don't get lighter. So the longer you carry it, the more you're going to tear yourself down. So it's easy to let it go.
I'll put it on the shirt.
Cut the rope. Wow.
Just so there was a book by Stephen Covey, and I always get this mixed up, but the 7 successful habits of highly successful people, right?
Classic.
So it talks about, it has a chart in there, and it talks about goals and collaborations, and so my mindset is win-win. That is the best collaboration deal that you can ever have, is a win-win. You don't want to win-lose. You don't want to lose-win. You know, I've never been the type to, try and get over on somebody. That scavenger type mentality. That, I grew up with stuff, right? So I grew up to where it was plenty. So I didn't grow up as a scavenger. I grew up with love. So when I saw a table with stuff on it, I didn't have to take everything off the table, because I grew up to say, oh, okay, I'm going to get a little piece, and then I'm going to come back, and I'm going to get a little piece, and I'm going to come back. So when you have these opportunities going forward with these business deals, with your personal relationships, with just, dealing with people, period, set out to have win-win situations. Those are the best situations.
That's good.
And guess what? Sometimes a person might think they got over. That's okay, because you're going to win in the end regardless.
That's good.
So that's how I look going forward.
Come on now. So listen, I had the most important question of the whole interview. Where can people learn more about you? Where can they follow y'all? Where can they support you? Where can they book y'all?
Instagram is my favorite friend.
Is it? Okay, come on, Instagram.
So _CANON SHOOTER, and same on Facebook.
Okay.
At JCT_XTRAAF, and extra as fuck. So and I was given that name actually when I was incarcerated. I was in the drug program, so we had RDAP. So we had projects that we had to do, these creative projects. Well, I'm a creative, so I'm a creative everywhere, even in prison. So we had to do these projects, and I just, did these elaborate things. And, the people that weren't creative would always talk about, why you got to do it like that? This prison, why you got to be so extra? Why you got to, you know what I'm saying? Because I started making decorations and cards and stuff while I was incarcerated, and doing these little extracurricular things in prison, and they would pay me commissary for it. So I would do, my projects, and I would do it to the best of my ability. So they named me Extra as fuck. They always be like, there go that extra girl. She's so extra. We in prison. Why she got to be so extra? So I used to cry about it, like, oh my God, like, I can't do nothing, right? Like, I'm in prison, and they, so when I got out, I said, oh, okay. They want to talk about me. I flipped it, and that's why I created my new Instagram after prison, Extra as fuck, because that's what they called me. So,
So listen, y'all, that will be in the show notes. So y'all want to book Canon, or y'all want to book Joi, it'll be right in the show notes. So boom, right there, ain't excuses, okay? Listen, we appreciate y'all coming on, being here with us tonight, and this has been a great interview. I can't thank y'all enough.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely,
Appreciate
absolutely.
each and every one of you.
No, absolutely. So real quick, y'all, we gotta pay some bills. Listen, February 16th, guys, Entrepreneur Dating Game is here, is back in its full force, okay? What is the biggest thing entrepreneurs need other than money? Love, okay? So we have done the hard work. We are putting one bachelor with 3 bachelorette, one bachelorette with 3 bachelors, and so on and so forth. And we have got some great sponsors. We're going to sponsor some great dates. We have everything from 2 Fly Games, having a gamer date. We have my man Chris Brooks. He's going to sponsor a bowling date. So many surprises. Just know, if you win, we got some dates you can choose from. But no, we have some great people. We have entrepreneurs. We have those who can understand what it's like to be dated entrepreneurs. Because as we all know, right now it's late night. So we got to be people who understand that. So yes, February 16th, get your tickets right now. Because right now we got the 2-for-1 deal. But no, I'm going to close that very soon because they're going fast. So please get your ticket right now. Brittany.
Make sure you guys tune in to my podcast, Beauty Told. Again, giving you
Come
guys
on.
great advice. Having great guests coming, y'all. I mean, Beauty Told is actually taking a total transition.
Come on now.
With the collaboration of Miss Bree with Overflow Studios. So it's gonna look brand new, but it's the same old me. So make sure you guys tune in. Again, giving you guys great stories. And if you can learn from our story told, we know it's a story well told on Beauty Told. So I can't wait to see you guys there.
And you can follow me at Alien Eyes Photos on all social media, even fan base now.
Come on now.
Black owned media.
Yeah.
And you can book me at alieneyplayer.com and also alieneyesphotos.com. All things media.
All things media. Yes. So listen, y'all. Once again, if y'all rock with us, y'all, as you subscribe to us, y'all be subscribed to Beauty Told. Okay, I said it wrong.
Well, you got it right.
I had it right the first time.
Tight shirt. Tune in to Tight Shirt series. You'll see the right way to pronounce my podcast.
So yes, you subscribe to us. Please subscribe.
And shout out to the Queen, the Kim, who is
Yes.
transformation. When we talk about transformation, this place is looking beautiful.
Grand opening happening soon, y'all.
Yeah, so y'all stay tuned for that grand opening. But to you wines, Miss Nakia Hudson, we can't thank you enough, Queen, for always having a face to be able to interview our beautiful and wonderful guests.
Yes. And then we have Michelle Louise.
Whoop, whoop. I don't know why I whoop that. You threw the whoop. I do not advocate for that part, okay?
It's going to be a thing.
I won't be calling you that. Don't worry. I won't be calling you that. It's Michelle.
But if you guys are looking now, let me give Michelle our flowers because we need to. Because once again, Michelle took our podcast from being a podcast to a business, and I mean that because from follow to our guests, booking them, making sure they got everything they need. Michelle does it, and that's just a podcast. Imagine what you can do for your business. So do me a favor, check her out, book her. What you waiting on? Okay. And then we got Bree behind the camera, y'all, doing her thing and whatnot. Y'all, listen, you want to take your production to another level? You want your podcast? You want that real deal. Y'all need to hit up Bree today. Okay, Overflow Studios, do them, check them out, book them today. Then also, my girl Sam, you got an event, you need a host, you need the best, book Sam today, guys. So check her out today. Like everything.
Can we speak more about the wine? How do y'all like the wine, by the way?
It's amazing.
Come on now.
I'm definitely going to buy some bottles after this.
I will ask Ken if he lived, but he drink Don Julio, so
Yeah,
I don't
yeah, he asked for the strong.
You know,
Okay.
as a photographer, we're driven off the results. So I have an empty glass.
All right.
Oh, shoot. Enough
Enough
said. Enough said. Lastly, guys, I want to thank you, the person watching, you, the person listening, guys, because episode 273. Currently, we're at 19.5 thousand subscribers on YouTube, 8.2 million views and counting. And I never want to take it for granted. And nowhere do I want to say, "Oh, this is what we do." This is all God, and this is great guests like Joi and Canon. Okay, so never want to take it for granted. We want to thank you for watching, listening, liking, sharing, and subscribing. And again, thank you guys enough. Roll to 300, y'all. It is coming. And once again, I don't know how. Listen, I'm not gonna be boastful, but I don't know so many podcasts that hit 300 episodes like us.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a blessing.
All right. You should
Oh, my bad. I'll be forgetting.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Okay.
But we can't thank you guys enough, all right? So listen, guys, we will see y'all next time. Peace.